the conquering hero. You saved the day again. Well done.
It wasn't easy, but we pulled it off.
We're getting a mountain of good intel out of the captured soldiers and ship crews, not to mention data from the wreckage. Exciting times, but I won't keep you. Just wanted to pass on my congratulations. See you around.
Well, if it isn't one of my new favorite people.
Tau and Arn both escaped with only minor injuries. They'll be along shortly.
All Corellia forces are still on alert, but it would seem Malgus has escaped us once again.
One miss in a day full of hits. We'll get him eventually. The production lines are firing back up in a matter of days. We'll get new ships to our frontline units in no time. The Empire committed a lot to this attack. They're going to be hurting for a while, and we'll be ready to press the advantage.
Malgus almost had us with this attack. What are we doing to track him down?
If any ships had exited the system toward Imperial space, we'd know about it. Perplexing to say the least.
So what am I supposed to do with you? The hero of the Republic who's not in the Republic. At least not for some years now.
I believe there's a simple solution, Chancellor.
I agree. Consider this your formal invitation, Commander. Come back to us. Join the Republic. And bring all your friends and your planet with you.
All of my people? You know that some of them were part of the Sith Empire.
I do. And if you were willing to give them a chance, then so am I. Odessen becomes a member world of the Republic, with a senator and everything. Every one of your people, even the ones with criminal charges or intelligence files with frowny faces on them, they all get clean records and citizenship if they want it. What's more, you'll be heading a new initiative we're cooking up. One I think you'll like. General?
Task Force Nova, a joint military and civilian effort to help the Jedi rebuild their order.
My research suggests that there are still countless Jedi scattered across the galaxy. We will find them, and we will build them a new home.
You're not planning to rebuild on Tython?
Tython will remain a stronghold of the Jedi, but we have been separated from the rest of the galaxy for too long. Our new home should be found amongst the people of the Republic, not hidden away. Rebuilding the Jedi means rebuilding the Jedi High Council. I can think of no one I would rather welcome as this new council's first member. Your unique experiences and wisdom must be documented for future generations. A crucial task for the Master of Hidden Knowledge.
I'll be your liaison with the Republic military. We'll provide security, reconnaissance, and intelligence support.
That's quite an offer.
Of course, if you'd rather keep the Alliance as it is, that's fine too. You'll still be our top ally, and we'll still want your help with the task force. But the rest, the titles, the areas of responsibility, that's all a package deal for signing up. So, back to the Republic and the Jedi, or stick with the Alliance as is.
I've worked hard to build the Alliance. I'm not ready to give that up.
Fair enough.
Though you may not be an official Jedi any longer, we still welcome your insights.
Until next time.
Commander.
Task Force Nova. An impressive undertaking. I'm surprised it took the Republic this long to prioritize the revitalization of the Jedi. Our own forces came out of the battle largely unscathed. We'll be back to full operational readiness in a matter of days. The Alliance remains a force to be reckoned with.
Joining the Republic wouldn't have been so bad. Definitely would have helped with funding.
I prefer the operational flexibility of our present relationship.
Of course you do.
Shall we stop by the cantina? I understand one of the generals is offering free drinks for anyone with an impressive Corellia story.
After the action we saw, we'll bankrupt the poor guy.
Well, if he wasn't ready for the risks, he shouldn't have started the tab.
Hey, need a minute of your time.
By all means.
Well, if it isn't the improvised free-climbing champion of Corellia.
When he smashed the platform, I thought it was all over. I can't believe you managed to get back up there and fix the shields. You're everything they say you are.
And so was Malgus. We were lucky to survive it all. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been there. Thanks.
The three of us are pretty hard to stop. We should work together more.
Count me in.
Before we go, there's something else we need to talk about. When Arn and I were buried in all of that wreckage, we didn't dig ourselves out. We had help.
From who?
From them.
Kira Carson, Jedi Knight.
Lord Scourge, not a Jedi Knight.
You attacked me on Mek-Sha.
And I gladly apologize. It was a necessary test.
A test that you passed.
What are you talking about?
The Emperor, Tenebrae, Vitiate, Valkorion, whatever his name. He was a part of you. We all felt his destruction, but he has always been a master of deceit. We had to be sure that he wasn't lingering in your mind, hidden, waiting to come out only in the most dire circumstances. Now, we are sure.
If you were testing me, it must have been for a reason.
We believe you might be the only one who can help us.
We can't risk saying more here. Let's travel to your base on Odessen. It should be safe for us to talk there.
About what?
The final gruesome weapon of Tenebrae.
Jedi, what a marvelous headquarters you've constructed! Exotechnology in every direction. Your Dr. Agurab is clearly possessed of an intellect rivaling even my own.
The data files have been compressed and stored per your specifications, sir.
Ah, thank you, Zebular. That will be all for now.
Very good, sir.
Zebular?
Ah, how rude of me not to introduce you. Zebular is my valet, and so much more. Bodyguard, confidant. He's a licensed attorney in more than 500 systems. A thoughtful gift from my dear love, Holiday.
Where is Holiday?
Ah, traveling the stars, expanding her boundless intellect. My modifications increased her sentience rather significantly while you were away. I miss her terribly. But she sends thoughtful messages to me each and every day. To know that I rank among her billions of daily thought processes is...
I'm happy that the two of you are still in a relationship.
Thank you, Jedi. Lesser minds rarely understand the bond that Holiday and I share, but yours is a keen mind indeed. Now then, I find myself in a rather interesting predicament at the moment. I am faced with a harrowing challenge, one that only you can help me solve. I need a job.
I thought you worked at the Meridian Complex.
Ah, with the complex so ably saved as a result of your heroism, it is coming online, and thus my obligations are ended. I will remain on call in case they need some sort of technical assistance, though of course the perfection of my work renders that an unlikely scenario. So, here I stand, my genius available to serve you once more.
Consider yourself hired.
Fantastic. Zebular?
Yes, sir.
Clear my appointments for the next 22 hours. Tonight, we celebrate a momentous reunion.
Very good, sir.
I've been looking forward to working with you again, Jedi. My time in the Republic think tank was intellectually stimulating, but lacked excitement.
That's what you've been doing all these years?
Yes, ever since our doomed expedition to wild space and the invasion that followed. When the nature of the Eternal Empire's advanced technologies was recognized, a colleague of mine from the Illuminatus Club recommended me for the position. The job offered security and intriguing work, but our access to daily news was woefully limited. I didn't even learn of your survival until Valen was all but overthrown. By that point, our work on the Meridian Complex's design was in full swing, and I couldn't stand to abandon the project. I hope you understand.
You were involved in important work for the Republic. Staying was the right choice.
I'm glad you see it that way, just as I'm glad to be working together with you again at last. Now then, allow me to unpack my more sensitive instruments, and Zebulon and I will be at your service.
We're here. Now tell me what this is all about.
As I told you on Carrick Station, Tenebrae's last gruesome weapon. He sought immortality, but only his endless spite survives now. I was his most powerful servant once. His wrath. But I learned of his true nature and plotted his downfall for centuries. Ultimately, I saw what had to be done, and betrayed my empire in order to destroy its creator. That is how I came to fight alongside Kira.
We fought the Emperor's servants constantly for years. We even thought we'd beaten him alongside my master. Then Yavin 4 happened. And Valkorion.
I received guidance from an old ally. Instead of seeking out our enemy in his current shell, you, as it turns out. We sought a different target. Tenebrae hid his original body where no one could harm it. As long as that body remained in stasis, the galaxy's greatest evil could never truly be killed.
Unless we destroyed Tenebrae, the fight against Valkorion would never really be over.
Since Valkorion is gone, I assume you succeeded.
We did. As we later learned, we destroyed his first body just as you purged the last vestige of his twisted spirit from your mind. That is when his final weapon was unleashed. A Sith ritual, carved into his very flesh, unleashed an ancient plague from every molecule of his decaying corpse.
We were both knocked out cold, comatose for more than a year. Satil Shan was the one who finally pulled us out of that nightmare. And started a new one.
Like you, Kira and I have both been vessels for a portion of Tenebrae's power. It acted as a sort of vaccine. But Satil had no such protection, nor did any of her followers. Within days, they were all laid low, trapped in a nightmarish slumber. In helping us, they are knowingly doomed themselves.
This ritual, what can you tell me about it?
Nothing. We lost consciousness even as we felt it taking shape. The infection is worsening. There is a darkness growing among the afflicted.
We can feel their minds connecting, communicating. We're afraid they might be merging somehow.
Merging into what? Another Valkorion? Is this plague bringing him back somehow?
It's too early to make that conclusion. Whatever it is immensely dangerous. We must stop it.
How?
We loaded Satil and all of her followers onto a transport to keep them quarantined, along with a few med droids to tend to them. The transport is programmed to fly a random course through unsettled sectors of the Outer Rim, all weeks away from civilization. I can send a signal to alter the course, bring it to another empty system that's closer so that we can meet it in a shuttle.
We board the ship and connect our minds with yours through the Force. Together, we will face this entity and purge it from existence. And if we cannot purge it, then we destroy the transport and hope we've ended the old monster's schemes forever.
Valkorion was in my mind for a long time. What if connecting with this entity makes it stronger, instead of weaker?
It won't. That is why we tested you as we did. To make sure that no trace of him remained. You will not strengthen this entity. Only destroy it.
It'll take a while for the transport to come back into range. Mind if we stay here in the meantime? I'm no crasher. If you need any help while we're waiting, all you have to do is ask.
If it's a matter of fighting in your renewed war, leave me out. I have slain enough of my old comrades for 5 lifetimes.
Old softy.
Ah, child.
I have a good feeling about this. Call if you need me.
Looks like your guests from Task Force Nova are finally here, and they picked up a stray. Patching you through now.
Commander!
General Daeruun, is everything all right?
I apologize for the delay in our arrival. We happened across pirates attacking a refugee ship from the Mid-Rim. Shameful.
Fortunately, we intervened in time. Tau and Arn are still chasing down the pirates, but the refugees are in dire need of medical supplies and other essentials.
Our ships will touch down momentarily. See you shortly.
Here, take this.
Did you see the way that imp glared at me?
Grand Moff Kilran would never have stood for such unprofessionalism.
This is well within our triage capacity, General. We'll have them all treated and ready to travel immediately.
Wonderful. Thank you, Captain.
Such carnage. We tend to focus so much on the Sith that we forget the galaxy is full of other dangers.
Which pirates were responsible for the attack?
We believe they were Dire Skulls, but we'll learn more once Tau and Arn capture them.
There are quite a few supplies to distribute. Perhaps we could lend a hand before we get to our other purpose here.
Of course. Let's do whatever we can.
I can't think of a more worthy start for Task Force Nova. Shall we?
We've been on the move since Corellia. I don't remember the last time we felt safe. Thank you.
The Alliance Commander! You saved the galaxy! Saved by a celebrity! My brother will never believe this.
My husband. He'd be dead if not for you. Thank you.
SWTOR. Did I get it right? My cousin worked at the Senate Tower on Coruscant. He told me stories about you. I can't thank you enough, really. Thank you so much.
I think we've taken care of everyone. Where should we speak about task force business?
Right this way.
Our victory on Corellia still has the Empire reeling. Our forces have made significant gains in the Atravus, Bormia, and Anoa sectors. Morale is higher than ever. Our task force will be staged for success right from the beginning.
That's great to hear. What's our first step?
We still have a few logistical matters to settle before we can begin in earnest. Aside from the occasional pirate, supply and communication lines between Odessan and Republic Command appear to be secure. I've gathered an initial complement of security personnel and patrol ships to be stationed here. Dossiers and technical specs have already been forwarded to your staff for review.
It would seem prudent to station additional forces here as well, to support any urgent missions that come up.
We'd welcome anyone you can send.
Perfect. I'll send the transfer orders right away.
Word of the victory on Corellia has spread, and a number of Jedi in hiding have returned to the fold. Even still, our numbers are perilously thin. But there are a number of Jedi still on Tython, serving largely in archival and research capacities. Many of them have not seen combat in more than a decade. But they are still Jedi. It is the duty of all Jedi to defend the Republic.
If the Jedi on Tython are still contributing to our order, then we shouldn't force them into another role they're not suited to fulfill.
No, you're right. We shouldn't fix something that isn't broken.
I believe that covers our most pressing issues.
Any word on Darth Malgus? I haven't heard anything since Corellia.
None, which is very strange. He should have returned to the front lines by now, even if his wounds were severe. I only hope we can determine his next move before he strikes again.
Aaron, what's wrong?
It's him. Malgus.
Malgus? What do you mean? What about him?
He's almost here. I can sense him. He's coming to Dantooine.
Then let's be ready.
We've waited too long as it is. Something is wrong. I'm sure of it.
Smashing up the place isn't gonna solve anything. We'll find the ship. It's gonna be all right.
I take it there's no sign of the transport with Satele and her followers.
Nothing. It isn't responding to our signals. And we've already checked the next scheduled stop. No sign.
Which leaves just about 200 or 300 systems to search.
There must be another way!
Have you always been this emotional?
All we can do is start searching from the ship's last known coordinates, which, for us, could take forever. So we get an expert. We'll send T7 out with an escort and all the probe droids we can find. They'll cover more ground and sort through sensor readings faster than we ever could. T7 works his astromech magic, crunches the probe data to pick up a trail, and we find our missing ship in a matter of days or weeks, instead of years.
I can't think of anyone better for the job.
That's everything settled then. As soon as we get coordinates, you'll be the first to know. Don't worry, your furniture's safe. He'll calm down in a bit.